Mr. President, 10 years are now over. Your second mandate was a bit symbolised by two words, crisis, austerity. And there was indeed a way citizens saw this. You talked about, be careful about the glamour of Euro pessimism. How do you see this today?
Look, I think it's important for the Europeans to know that the crisis was not created by Europe. The crisis was created by irresponsible behavior in the financial markets and also the responsible behavior of governments that have accumulated excessive debt. So Europe was not the cause of the crisis. Europe is part of the solution. And we have been working all these years to find a solution. We, I mean the European institutions, the European Commission, together with the European Parliament, but also, of course, with the Council and the European Council. The European Union is only part of Europe. We cannot take all the responsibility for everything that happens, good or bad, in Europe. I take responsibility for all the decisions my Commission took. I believe they were the right ones. I believe we have done everything to make stability come back to Europe, to create more conditions for growth. Now, if you ask me, would you like to have more action in terms of investment? Yes, I would like. And I've been proposing this. By the way, the Parliament has supported me when we wanted a more ambitious budget. But of course, we are democracies. We have to respect the will of all our countries. We have 28 democracies. So I think it's completely unfair and not correct. The criticism that says that the European Union has not done everything that was possible to tackle the crisis, namely the biggest problem we have in Europe, that is unemployment.
So if you look back, would there be something you would change today or do a completely different way?
Of course, we would. Now I've learned a lot, and we have made mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. There are many other things I could have done differently. But one thing I want to tell our European citizens, we have done with the best intention all the time, and with the information available at that time, we were putting the right proposals on the table. If afterwards not all of them could be adopted, I mean, I cannot take that responsibility, because the European Union is not just the European Commission. This is a false idea, and we have to, this is what the populists are saying, and we have to say this is false, that the European Commission decides everything in Brussels. This is not true. Part of the decisions are taken by us, we take the initiative, but afterwards the decisions have to be taken by the Parliament, European Parliament, and by the governments of Europe.
During the last months, weeks and days now, I never heard José Manuel Barroso so strong, warning everybody. Do you have the impression to feel more free just in these last days now to talk like this?
Look, very often I say that. I can tell you, very firm in the European Council, speaking with my colleagues there, and but I was not making everything this public. You know, I don't like political exhibitionism. I think it's more important the substantive work that we have been doing, sometimes very discreetly, than just to make show, political show. I don't like that. Now, it is true, to answer your question very honestly, that I feel more free every day. On the 1st of November, I will be a free man. So this is true. But that does not mean that I was not honest and sincere when I was fulfilling my duties these 10 years as President of the Commission.
Back to the work with the Parliament, how would you describe this one, and what would you like to change here, maybe, where you had, maybe sometimes you had a hard time in there, did you?
The Parliament is a very important piece of our union. And you know, I've been elected as a national politician all my life. What I think about the European Parliament is the following. Some political forces have to choose if they want to be just protest forces, a kind of a party NGO that have a cause, but they don't really care about how to implement the decision. So they have a culture of opposition, but not a culture of governance. Or if they want to be part of the European governance, where we have the Commission, the Council, and the European Council, and the Parliament.
It was a hard time, you had a hard time, we must admit it. When you see Europe today and you see your colleague Jean-Claude Juncker arriving, what will you tell him again? And people are suffering this austerity now.
One thing I know is that a successor does not like to receive advice of predecessors in public. So I will not make any advice to him. yes, of course, the qualities of experience and commitment to Europe that will help him in this job. I wish him all the best and the new Commission. I believe the Commission is a very important body for the European Union. I wish him all the best. And I think now the conditions are there to restore growth. We were living exceptional difficult times some time ago with almost bankrupt, several countries almost bankrupt. We were able to bring stability. Now there is already growth in Europe, but it's a still modest recovery. Now conditions are there to come back to a stronger, sustainable growth.
Okay, Mr. President, thanks a lot. May we know where you will be heading to after your presidency?
I have not yet decided, but I will, of course, keep some kind of public intervention in academia, in think tanks, in political conferences, but I have not yet decided exactly what I will do. In the past, there was a life before the Commission, and there will be life after the Commission.
Thanks
Thank
a lot.
you.
Good luck.
Thank you.